The Toronto Blue Jays have signed Japanese third baseman and outfielder Kazuma Okamoto to a 4-year, $60 million deal. Today, I'm going to break down Okamoto as a player and let you know what you can expect from him in 2026. Okamoto has been one of the NPB's premier hitters over the past half-decade. In 2025, he posted a 210 WRC+ with 15 home runs, following a 161 WRC+ and 27 home runs in 2024 and 180 WRC+ with 41 home runs in 2023. Okamoto has been especially dominant against lefties, posting a 263 WRC+ in 2025, a 180 WRC+ in 2024, and a 195 WRC+ in 2023 against left-handed pitching. As with any international signing, there are questions about how well the bat will translate against MLB pitching. However, Okamoto combines strong plate discipline with good bat-to-ball skills and has consistently maintained impressive contact metrics while still producing legitimate power. This chart here is from Yaku Cosmopolitan on Twitter and shows some of Okamoto's offensive metric percentiles among NPB hitters. As you can see, he is very disciplined, has good contact metrics, and puts the ball in the air often. His well-rounded offensive profile makes him a safer bet than someone like Murakami and also matches the offensive profile the Jays have been very fond of in recent memory. The biggest question mark surrounding Okamoto is his defensive home. While he has experience at first base, third base, and in the corner outfield, he isn't a standout defender at any of those positions. With the Blue Jays, he'll likely see most of his playing time at third base or in the outfield, meaning his bat will need to carry much of his overall value if defensive limitations do become an issue. The hope for the Jays is that Okamoto can develop into an everyday player at third base or in the corner outfield over the life of this contract. However, if his game doesn't fully translate, he could ultimately settle into a platoon role as a left-handed pitching specialist. Okamoto represents the first major offensive addition for the Blue Jays this offseason after an early focus on upgrading their pitching staff with the additions of Dylan Cease, Cody Ponce, and Tyler Rogers. Toronto will likely remain engaged in discussions involving players like Kyle Tucker and Bo Bichette as they look to round out the roster with one more significant move before the 2026 season. As for roster implications, I don't think this will impact Addison Barger or Ernie Clement too much, but it could take away at-bats from Davis Schneider. Schneider was limited to a role last year where he only hit against lefties, which is something Okamoto is great at. The Jays could also move on from Santander if they need to open a roster spot for Tucker or Bichette later on in free agency. The Jays have been the most active team in baseball this offseason, spending just under $400 million as they look to finish the job and win the World Series in 2026. What are your thoughts on the Jays signing of Kazuma Okamoto, and what do you think his role will be in 2026? Let me know in the comments.